Imagine Earth as a living being. Not just a lifeless, rocky planet, but a giant creature with a rhythm, a heartbeat, and a breath. But wait, does Earth really breathe? Yes, scientists say our planet really does behave like a living being, breathing and releasing it on a vast scale every year. In the northern hemisphere summer, forests and plants absorb billions of tons of carbon dioxide from the air. Photosynthesis kicks in, oxygen levels rise, and from space, satellites can literally see the planet turn. Greener its surface seems to slowly expand. When winter comes, the leaves fall, the plants go silent, and the Earth exhales again, releasing carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, and the air becoming heavier. Like watching a sleeping chest rise and fall, this is Earth breathing. But this breathing doesn't stop with the plants. Using GPS and satellite data, scientists have discovered that the surface of continents actually rises and falls throughout the year. Why? Because the weight of air and water changes. In the summer, as warm air rises and moisture turns into clouds, atmospheric pressure changes, flexing the Earth's crust, just like a giant mattress being compressed and released. In the northern hemisphere, this breathing movement is about 3 to 4 millimeters per year. It sounds small, but when an entire continent is moving up and down, it's an incredible scale. Now, let's go deeper. Beneath our feet, the Earth's crust also breathes, but at a much slower pace, one that takes thousands of years. Tectonic plates move, rising and falling. Magma flows. Mountains grow and erode. The planet is constantly rebuilding itself. If our ears could hear these movements, the Earth would sound like a giant creature, breathing softly in its sleep. NASA satellites record these changes with millimeter precision. They show that even plant growth across continents follows a rhythm. In summer, the northern hemisphere breathes in green, vibrant, and full of energy. In winter, it exhales brown. Calm. And still, watch this pattern over decades, and you'll see the heartbeat, the living pulse of our planet. But the big question is, have humans disrupted Earth's natural rhythms? Sadly, yes. With deforestation, wildfires, and rising greenhouse gases, Earth's breath is getting shorter. In recent decades, carbon dioxide levels have risen faster than ever, leaving the planet gasping for breath as if its lungs were full of smoke. About 15 billion trees are lost every year. That means the Earth's lungs are shrinking. If this trend continues, our planet's breathing will become erratic, like a disease struggling for air. But there is still hope. Scientists say that replanting billions of trees, restoring wetlands, and protecting rainforests could help the Earth regain its natural rhythm. Every leaf, every tiny plant is part of this giant respiratory system. And here's the beauty. We are part of that breath, too. When you breathe in, you take in oxygen that might have been formed inside a leaf in the Amazon rainforest or on a mountain in Asia. When you breathe out, your carbon dioxide feeds other life elsewhere on the planet. So maybe really is alive. Not just as a metaphor, but in a very real way. A planet that breathes, pulsates, and is constantly changing. And we are just little cells in its body. Every time you feel the wind on your face, remember this: it may not just be wind. It may be the breath of the Earth, gently blowing to you from the forests and oceans of the living planet.